Hello, Leanne.
Hello, Tom.
Congratulations, first of all, on a double win. How amazing is that?
It is absolutely crazy. Not expected at all, and completely surreal, but amazing. It's been brilliant.
Seeing your reaction yesterday at the awards, because it wasn't, like you say, it was not expected, but it was just the best thing to see. But tell me, what's it been like then when did you decide to create it and how did you come up with the concept?
So I saw a little article in the Garden World magazine that said that the Beautiful Borders was open for registration. So I thought, you know what, been to a lot of shows. I like dabbling, gardening, I love my allotment. I'll just give it a go. And so that was in November last year.
When it was all looking pretty bleak.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
now here we are in the summer.
I know. In the summer.
Yeah. Well,
In the summer.
yeah. Waiting for the summer to arrive this year, aren't we?
Yes,
So
yeah.
tell me about the concept for the garden.
It was sharing my space was the design brief. So and that sort of automatically sort of conjured up ideas in my head about sharing it with my own children, but also from my childhood and sharing my grandparents' garden. So that's kind of where it started. And the inspiration for lots of the elements in the garden has been through looking through pictures or visiting my grandparents' garden again, and just sort of understanding where my love of gardening has come from, but also wanting to instill that into my children, or being able to give them the opportunities to have that.
What I love about this garden is that everywhere you turn, there is something new. And I've just noticed another one as I said that down there. Why did you want to get so many different things?
I think that's just where the brain works. I just had so many ideas, and I think, filtering it was really quite tricky. And I think I've done that enough now, but there was lots more ideas, and it was just picking and choosing the ones that were right for the space. So it was really quite tricky. I did it on paper, and the actual design itself is not true to the actual initial drawing. Some bits have changed where they are in terms of position. But it was just making sure that there was elements for the children, but also elements for a grown-up space as well. And I didn't want it to feel too child-led, but also I didn't want it to feel like it was just my space. So that was key.
Yeah, I love that. There is stuff for everyone around every corner, even the wildlife, lots for the wildlife as well, which is also great for the kids. How did you come up with the planting theme? Where did that come from?
So it came from my grandparents, but it's almost like my childhood memories of my grandparents, because obviously this is quite packed. It's quite a full border. But I remember sitting on a bench in my grandparents' garden and it just being surrounded by flowers and plants. So it's kind of my recollection of as a child in the borders here. So, and it was always quite eclectic cottage garden mix. So that's what we've gone for, quite romantic.
Yeah. So this is your first foray into creating a show garden. Do you think you'll do it again?
I don't know. I think I need a year off.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Tell me about the process. How was it? How did you find it? How long did you have to build?
So 4 days. We started on the Saturday and we finished on the Tuesday. We had a little bit of time yesterday to sort of deadhead and make it look exactly like we needed it to. Loved the design process. I loved putting it on paper. And then it was a massive steep learning curve between drawing it on paper and then starting to build it. The build itself I really enjoyed, and the in-between bit was just so much learning. There was so much to take in. I'm not a trained gardener. I haven't done any of that. It's just that I like plants and I like design. So to put it all together, I've had lots of people's expertise and help, and people sharing their time and knowledge with me, which has been fantastic.
Yeah, I bet. And you had a great team.
But it was a very small team. I've got to give kudos to my husband, who did a lot of hard landscaping, and then I had a couple of people helping me plant. Other than that, it was me.
Wow,
It was
I
me.
love that. And to have achieved this, and what I always think is when there's so much like big structures as well, like this, and you've got a whole apple tree in here, and to do that with just you and your family around you, I think that's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
And probably why you ended up winning platinum. So because it's just come together so well.
Thank you.
Tell people a little bit about you though who maybe don't know you, don't follow you on Instagram. What is your Instagram? What's it all about?
Okay, so at Instagram it's my little patch of earth with hyphens in between all the words. But I am a primary school teacher, really. That's what my job is, as well as a mum. And I have a love of gardening, always have done, but since about 2000-ish, really fell back in love with it in terms of designing bits in my garden and then taking on some allotment plots as well. That's what really sparked it. So, and then I caught the bug from that big style. But I just love the gardening community, is amazing, and that whole sort of supportive community is fantastic. So, along with learning, you get all of the friendly conversations, the support from everybody. So, yeah, it's like having an extra bit of family, really.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? So what's going to happen with all of this then afterwards?
So after, we are donating it to two primary schools that are local to me. So the planting is going to get taken to them, one being my school and one being another local primary school. And hopefully it will help them with their curriculum outside their gardening. And their children fall in love with it, or at least a few of them.
I'm sure they will. There's so much to see and do and just have a little bit. I'm sure they will. Well, thank you very much for having me. And it's no surprise that this has won the Best Beautiful Border. Well done. 2 amazing, incredible awards. So that is the start of your show garden journey. I think we better watch out.
Thank you.
Maybe have a year off.
Have a year off first.
I bet this time next year she'll be at it again. I think she'll have caught the book. She'll go home, have a little sleep, and go, no, I want to do it.
Yeah.
So I think watch this space.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Thank you.